Hello Scorpio, welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning to the channel, welcome back, and for those of you who are new, welcome. I am Nicole. Scorpio, this is going to be your weekend read, your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus cross watcher. If that is you, welcome to the channel as well. You're here, you know how this works, right? Date, what is today's date? March 7th, maybe? 7th through the 9th, we'll say. 7th through the 9th. This sounds about right. I don't know. Thank you to everybody who has liked, shared, subscribed, commented. Those of you that have booked personal reads, those that I've had conversations with, I appreciate each and every single one of you. Thank you for the likes, shares, subscribes, donations, right? Did I say that? I don't even know. I'm focusing on the cards already. So we'll see. We'll see, right? Personal reads are open and available. That info can be found in the description box below, about section of the page. Check it out. I look forward to connecting with each and every single one of you as always. All right, Scorpio. And I'll say too, real quick, I've had a lot of people ask me how my daughter is. She's doing better. We're on the mend. We're seeing improvements. We've got some moments that are a little Some days are a little you know, so it's back and forth. But overall, she's doing good. We're still in recovery mode, probably about another week, but much better. So thank you all for the well wishes, okay? Scorpio, I'm really going to break this down to Friday, Saturday, Sunday this week is what Spirit has given me, and that's what we're going with. Friday, time machine. Yeah, share. If I could turn back time. Scorpio, this is you becoming the new author. You are the author of this next chapter. There's also something here very specific to a portal. You're getting ready to step through, I don't know, time could be almost like, you know, time is an illusion, right? We'll start there. But for Friday specifically, Scorpio, the timing around something, and I've seen this come up, and I've heard that even from Spirit in the last couple of months on and off, the essence of the timing. And Friday is just the beginning of how to, Spirit, is just the beginning to signify how important this timing is going to be. So, all of you, it's going to be different, right? But the keys, there's papers being written, there's things being addressed, there's a key being given. You've got the capacity to do what you're going to need to do. You've been given the, Spirit's calling it the go-ahead. When this one thing, the numbers 2 and 3 are very specific. So this could be the second, this could be the third, that already has come and gone, right? This could be by the 17th of March. And I remember saying to you back in January, the 17th of any month could be very, very important. This is no different here, right? No different in this case, Scorpio. But there's something around that, again, that timing for you at 8. What goes around comes around, Scorpio. So we're going to come back to that. I'm going to clarify for Saturday. Call of the Muse. Getting dedicated, Spirit saying getting dedicated to what inspires you, right? What can you use in your life to be the thing that cultivates passion within? So some of you could be, I don't know, I really want to say going for walks. I don't know, like you could just be doing something artsy, creative. You could be diving into hobbies, creations, dancing. It's fluid, it's music, it's sound, it's light, it's airy, you're doing something physical Saturday, Scorpio, that pertains to home, foundation, security, but it's more than just that. It's something, great big love. It's something that you love to do. It's something that's going to help, Spirit's calling this like a revival of sorts. So this could be reviving your soul. This could be reviving an old passion for you specifically. But something here is like, I'm hearing, give me grace. Give me grace. So whatever that represents to you. And then on Sunday this weekend, Scorpio, I'm hearing it's a challenge for all. It's a challenge for all. Let it go. It is what it is. So there's a situation here. Spirit saying coming to a close, though, Scorpio. And I don't know if I don't know. Let's see. I'm not quite sure. I'm not sold on that one yet. So what is this Sunday? Uncharted seas, the power of purpose. seeing beyond. Okay, so when we talk about this letting go, right, or this moving on, or whatever the hell I just said, eclipse season, and I forget what dates the eclipse are happening. This month is going to be wild. Event-wise, it's going to be wild. It's almost like you don't see something happening, and then boom, it happens. And then you think things are settled, and then boom, something happens again. Now, I'm not going to say that it's all bad things. I don't think it's all bad things. But I don't even know that any of it's bad. I'm going to say that to you too. Like, I want to kind of ease your mind. Spirit's saying, ease your mind. Like, it's not bad. It's exactly what needs to happen. Whatever that is. Whatever is happening needs to happen. And most of you are on the upswing of what needs to happen is happening, right? This power of purpose and this uncharted sea, you're preparing for a new adventure that's going to lean into your purpose. And it's funny because it's like as you go forward, Scorpio, and this could be an overall theme as well, not just a Sunday thing, right? As you're going forward, you're stepping into something new. Thank you, Spirit. As you're going forward, stepping into something new, it's like you're taking a step back. I don't think that, look, this hair is crazy. This isn't taking a step back as in going 10 steps forward, 10 steps, or 9 steps back. This is taking a step back to do some cleanup work. Going back over something that's kind of like, the way I see it is like if you are filling a hole in a wall, okay? And you put some putty in that thing and you got to go back, you got to let it dry, then you got to go back and you got to sand it down, then you got to go back and paint it, right? It's something like that. It's like you're cleaning up or wrapping up certain things or finalizing, finishing up the finishing touches to certain things, right? That need to be addressed. Give me 1 second. I knew the dog was into something. Knew it. Anyhow, but this is aligning you for the long-term purpose and potential, Scorpio, and Spirit's asking me to get another card, and I feel like that's going to be more attuned to the day of Sunday itself. Phone calls could also be a thing over the weekend for you. Checking the time on something specifically. 7th house of relationships and the sun coming out. You've got 18 here twice. That's moon energy. 46 and 18 and 45 and 18. When I was talking about taking that step back, there it is, 46 to 45. Taking a step back. This could also be a review of relationships. Some new relationships, doesn't have to be romantic. Could be kind of becoming something that you are re-examining the purpose and the potential and the power of those as well. So you may not have had a full understanding as to what those meant or what the purpose of those were. I think by Sunday, you could just be sitting in some quiet space and learning something new about yourself, but also learning something new about other people, even people that have been in your life for a long time. So what is this time machine about, Spirit, for Friday? Time machine. Soulmates coming out sideways. I'm not quite sure. They came out real weird, and I'm not... Scorpio, some of you could be doing some very significant dreaming, meditating as well. Like, there's certain things that are coming in for you that it's almost like a time warp. You could be jumping... I do think you're jumping timelines in general, okay? I do think that there's like a time warp to something as well, paradigm shifts. I think as these big events or these big astrological changes, the eclipses and the moons and all of that are happening in March, that's going to be the same thing. Because this card too, in Spirit's addressing the fact that this time machine is 3. And what is March? It's the 3rd month of the year, right? And it's also that new gateway into Aries season as well. So you are going to feel like maybe a month got fit into like a week, and a week was all shoved into one day. Like, the way things are happening, they're happening, Spirit, rapidly. And I think that you may have you've just gotten a taste of that this past week. As we here are on Friday, this past week or so could have felt like a lot has happened in a very short period of time. So you could be just given recognition to that and realizing Like, you don't quite see it all yet, but it's happening as you're staying persistent on what you, Spirit's saying, have to offer. You're gaining traction. So whatever that looks like for you. What is this time machine about? Shock. There's another key here, Scorpio. Sudden news. Sudden news. Passion. I feel this feeling, Scorpio, of this electrifying sense of energy, okay? Blues, deep blues, just like my fingernails. I've seen that a lot for you this week, and I just think it's ironic that that was the color I went with of all the colors I could have kept or used. Deep blues. Did you just see that light come in here? I've never seen that happen in here before. Scorpio, something is, I don't even know how to explain this to you right now. Like, I've got such a weird feeling as I sit here. Like, I'm kind of like, I don't know what to do with that right now. Not sure if it's like, yay, nay, or oh shit, what's going on in the world. You look at this, I'm going to show this to you. I think this is important. This is very important for you to see this. There's that shock card, okay? You see the colors in it. I talked about that blue and my nails, kind of the same thing. This seeing beyond card is what's sitting on the bottom. You see the flashes of light, right? The stars that are there. I've got decks all over the place around me, right? The one deck I have sitting here that I usually don't anymore is this one, and you see the back side of that deck. Same thing, right? My sacred geometry deck sitting there, same shades of blues, right? This light workers deck, same. I want you to see this, Spirit. You need to see this. There it is. These lights, these blues and these lights are going to be super important to you, Scorpio, in the coming, Spirit, in the coming days. Why? I don't know. This hair is driving me crazy. Why? I don't know, but it's important for you, okay? But there's a spark. There's a spark in this. There's a spark in the midnight sky. Some things could be tumbling out of the sky. This could be maybe a star to wish upon, Scorpio, right? Wish upon a star. Make your dreams known, seen, and heard to the universe, to the divine. This key on a ring is you have a lot of options, and I think that there's someone in your life, Scorpio, that has made you an option. There could be a couple things or people in your life, Scorpio, that have made you an option. Now, I feel like the tide, here's the thing. The tide is turning, Scorpio, in who and what's made you an option. Like, you were invested, you were loyal, you were a part of something, right? And you took your role seriously. All of a sudden, you could have retracted your energy, Spirit is saying, that you just pulled back. And in that, now you're looking at those things, and I think that it feels very strange to you that you're looking at those things wondering if you're supposed to be a part of that. The letters T and F could be very important as well. You're questioning whether or not you want to return to something or you want to reinvest into something. The name Ed, thank you, Spirit, could also be important. ED, right? Some kind of education as well could be important too, Scorpio. At the edge, Spirit is saying. So I don't know what at the edge is. At the edge of your rope, the edge of taking that leap into something new. I don't know. But Scorpio, it's almost like if you look at a job, we'll say maybe you were a dedicated employee for 10 years. And you knew, like, you had your, say your friends, you had your work buddies, your acquaintances, you gave a lot, you did a lot, you threw yourself into the ring, 1441 on the clock. But you knew they were never, like, you were an employee, right? You were just another number in the company. You were just there. You took your role seriously. They said they cared, but they didn't, right? And you knew that. all of a sudden something shifts within you, or you're like, you wake up one day and you're just like, you know what, I don't even care. I don't care if I go in, I don't care if I call off, I don't care if I'm a no call, no show, I don't care if they wonder if I like, you know, came up missing, like, I don't care. And I think for you, that's a real uncomfortable feeling because you remain very dedicated to everything. So when you get to the point that you don't care and you're not even sure why you don't care, it's a different Scorpio than it is Scorpio going, I've had enough, F this, I'm out the door. This is Scorpio just kind of waking up one day and going, I don't have the passion for this. I don't have the desire for this. I don't even know why I've cared about this as long as I have. Like, it's like something clicks within inside of you, that light bulb moment, that epiphany, that shock, that coming online, however you want to explain that, is like, I don't even know why I bothered to invest into this. I don't feel anything about this anymore out of nowhere. And the confusion is, you don't even know where that feeling's coming from. You just know that it's an spirit. Thank you. That's why they were like, oh, the light, Nicole, you don't understand it. You don't even know where it's come from. You just know how you feel about it, right? And the feeling to this is the moon card of, you know, light a match to it. I don't care. I don't care. So I feel like there's something about the things that you are, I would typically say to you, letting go of. This isn't even a letting go of, Scorpio. This is just, you're transmuting and transforming something specific that surprises you, that you didn't even know you felt this way. Like, you didn't see this one coming, right? It's like you could typically foresee, right? The seeing beyond. You could typically foresee personality changes within yourself, or getting into the next thing, or what the next avenue or road might look like. It's a slow burn, Scorpio. For you, it's a slow burn to get out of something, and this here just comes out of nowhere. And then you're realizing these people, this job, these situations, these environments made you an option. There wasn't a whole lot of heartfelt consideration. And when we talk about that time machine that sits here for Friday, Scorpio, it's like, holy shit. Like, again, I just, you know, you could time warp a year into like today and go, I didn't see this. I didn't acknowledge it. I didn't realize that that was the situation that entire time. It may hit you throughout today kind of hard. Maybe it is over the weekend, right? It's going to be on your timeline, but you start to realize that things are not as you've seen them. It's almost like you're kind of questioning yourself. What changed about me from yesterday to today? What changed from 10 o'clock this morning to 4 o'clock this evening? Because I'm not looking at this the same way at all. It's just all of a sudden like you realize you just don't have it in you. So what's the next best option? Where do you go from here? Okay, so there's a real heavy review and rebirth with Pluto sitting here. Literally, and as I say that, behind that card, you couldn't make it up. 12th house of introspection. I said to you 1441, that breaks down to 55. What number is that? A 50. It breaks down to a 5. So this is big change as you do this internal review, you know. It's like companies doing internal reviews as well. They're realizing they've made investments into the wrong places, the wrong people, the wrong situations. If you are part of that, Scorpio, if this is a company sort work thing, by the time that they realize that they were investing in maybe the wrong people, you as a key player, because this whole like electrified, like, oh, I realize now, it's too little too late. You know, it's too little too late when they realize like they should have been, I don't know, investing in you to do something. And this doesn't have to be work, right? This could be just anything. By the time they realize the investment should have been made into you, you're already gone. This is going to be an energy that carries forward Spirit for the next 2 weeks. But it's necessary, and it's going to start to click. Scorpio, call of the muse, you leaning into Saturday, into things that are making you happy, making you feel productive, all has to do with your self-worth. This is loving on yourself, giving to yourself. P.S. another 5 as I say that. This is going, if this person, this situation, this job, this whatever can't give me what I need, I'm damned and determined, end beginnings and conclusions, to no longer invest in something that does not fulfill me on that oath, right? I'm not going to continue to give to those things. I'm going to write the beginning and the end. This could be like a John Deere letter, right? This could be, I'm done with this letter. This could be a letter to yourself that says, I forgive you, and you should do these things, and you should go after your dreams, and you should make yourself feel like you're valuable and worthy, because you are. This is a lot of self-care and nurturing here. And I like the way that that feels. You're also looking at the scars that have led you to the moment in which you are sitting in right now, Scorpio. Like, this is a whole, gosh, chills, a whole different timeline for you. A whole different way of thinking, a whole different way of viewing things, the way you're looking at the world around you, the way you're seeing people that have been in your life. You're realizing what characters, Spirit is saying, what characters that they have really been. You know, it's realizing their role. This is like Matrix kind of stuff, right? Between that time machine and then realizing the roles and the hats and the various critiques that things or people may have had over you, and that you were buying, right? You were buying what they were laying down. There is no more picking that up, Spirit is saying. This is a, Scorpio, your readings, I don't think there's going to be a reading in the month of March that isn't going to be catalytic, that isn't going to be profound, that isn't going to dig deep beneath the surface, that isn't going to take us into a higher level of awareness. And I'm going to call that Pluto and Aquarius, right? We are going beyond things that we have never seen before. And this includes our internal view of the entire world around us, including ourselves. Very, very different. This is cutting those loose ties too, Spirit is saying. So if you've been dealing with somebody that has been difficult, abrupt, has tried to stand in your way, that has caused confusion in your life, do know throughout the month of March, Spirit, they're going to set them straight. Okay? So whatever that means for you. And I think, Scorpio, the thing with you is, it's always, you know, we've said it for how long, and I'm like almost sick of saying it, right, in some of these reads. Here's that outside person. And I actually heard another reader who, very popular, and I heard him say something very similar, like, Scorpio, you always are dealing with somebody else. Like, why is that? But it's always the same thing. And, you know, and I heard that after I said that to you guys in that one video. Like, it's redundant. Like, I'm sick of hearing, you know, I don't want to say I'm sick of hearing it or saying it, because it's in the energy, but it's coming in for a reason. But there's always that oppositional force to you, Scorpio, that's creating these challenges, because you are able to transmute those challenges differently than most. Whomever or whatever this person or situation has been, Scorpio, I've said to you, new levels, new devils, right? This particular person has lost some power. It's like the Spirit keeps talking about voltage. So pay attention to your electricity as well. You could be having issues with meters and spikes or something like that. We could be dealing with some spikes in the Schumann resonance as well. So just keep eyes out for anything that is going to, could be lit up, is what I'm hearing, sparked. Grills, like, just pay attention to fire energy in general too, air and fire, okay? But either way, whomever or whatever this person is that has tried to affect your home life, there's something that's happened in the past, Scorps, that I don't think you knew about. And I'm going to tell you, I've said to you before, again, a little repeat here, that there are things that you may never fully know the truth about, but I do think that things are happening around you that you were not anticipating, that seems kind of shallow in a sense, but there's a deeper meaning. So this is maybe a missed signature, a missed awareness to something. Somebody says, oops, we forgot to do X, Y, and Z. Then you start to realize that it was somebody in the past 6 months to a year was playing fast and loose with a system or a way of doing something that would typically be done a given way. It was being played with fast and loose. And it's coming out. It's coming out. It's divine intervention, Scorpio. Okay? It's divinely happening over the next week where, you know, you may be, I don't know. Well, just as an example, maybe you lost a family heirloom of sorts, right? You put it away and you put it in that safe place, and all of a sudden one day you're looking for something completely different and you find that heirloom, right? It's like divine intervention. It's like you went out looking for something else for another reason, but you came across what you were missing 6 months ago. Something is coming in that form as well that goes, hey, wait a second. While we're addressing this, we're also going to take you back to that. And I said earlier, right? Like it's like 10 steps forward, go back to 9 real quick. Things are going to start to catch up. Things that you didn't know about are going to start to catch up. This is an overall energy, Spirit is saying, in the month of March too. So this call of the Muse, Scorpio, for Saturday is like the more and more you're doing for yourself. This is why it's coming in this way now. The more and more you're doing for yourself, the more and more you are incorporating the life that you choose to lead. All of the things that were just kind of happening and you were a part of that matrix, that you were just doing the thing, you were going about your day, you were staying in your own lane, you were minding your business, you were trying to live, laugh, love, and just enjoy life. And all of the things that were going on behind the scenes that it's like a backhanded compliment, right? It's backhanded actions, it's backhanded entirely. That all of a sudden it comes to you and it's like, wait a second. I thought this and this back then, but then nothing really came of it. That big thing, you know, again, Scorpio, we're so used to the dramatics of big things happening, right? That when it didn't happen in that big fashion, we just assumed it was nothing, that maybe we were just making things up in our minds, or I don't know, we were getting a little crazy or a little, outlandish. We were writing stories that we couldn't, they weren't coming true, right? Now you're seeing the quips, the caveats, the plot twist, Scorpio. If you're like, wait a second, I was onto something. I wasn't completely crazy. Look at this. This is not quite right, or this needed to be fine-tuned, or this wasn't happening the way I thought that it was, but it was still happening behind the scenes. News, those eclipses are going to bring in powerful, potent, boom energy, and you're like, it's validation, it's confirmation, Scorpio, of potentially the last 4 to 5 years of things that you knew were going on. Third parties could come in and convey this information to you. We talk about Mercury retrograde, like holy fucking shit. Those tend to bring back those ex-lovers, right? You may end up, like, Mercury brings back the things that I think are a little shady, right? I don't know why. Like, if you've got to come back around to communicate something, it's because you made a choice to opt out of communicating that to me to begin with. And that's my question to you, is why? 1, you haven't healed enough to say it, or 2, you were withholding the truth. So if you're coming back around, why are you coming back around? It always seems a little precarious, right? Mercury retrograde is like, communication is fuddled as fuck. So if you're getting these people that are coming back into your awareness over this Mercury retrograde period, it's like, hey, they're coming back in to save face, save their own hide, save their own skin. Or Scorpio, you've got something once again that they want. They may have thrown you out to the curb and tossed you to the side and, sold you under the bus at some point. But now, Scorpio, there's something that they want from you, and it could be tied to your foundations. You've got a lot of wild energy coming in. I don't think you're going to be shook, though, Spirit is saying. I don't think you're going to be shook by it. You're just going to kind of be like, so this is the way this happens. And the more and the more and the more, Scorpio, that you work on your muse, you craft and create your ideas. Like, Saturday is a pivotal moment in you calculating your worth and your value. You calculating what the full energy right there, what makes you happy. Death card, Scorpio, there you be. That you start this new journey. The more and more Spirit is bringing this in as to what was going on. I said outside of you. Look at this. Talked about that third party that could come in with this news or information. Look at that. 3 of Pentacles, Page of Swords, 7 of Pentacles behind that. Something that this person was working on. This could be a Taurus. It doesn't have to be. They realize that something you may have said, or just the narrative of the stories that they were believing and or telling or a part of, wasn't all that it was cracked up to be. It wasn't all that it was cracked up to be. This Spirit saying the subjection of it all failed. When they followed the subjection of somebody else's doing, it failed. Something's not working out to their benefit. Okay. You stay on that fool's journey, right? You stay innocent. You stay in this footloose, fancy-free new start, the Wheel of Fortune, and a bunch of other cards. But, you know, take your little doggy and roll. Like the Spirit. There's no place like home, Toto. There's no place like home. So whatever that home looks like for you. What is this? Somebody's still stumbling over the truth, Scorpio. And you may even be stumbling with yourself to accept that what you've known to be true is true. You may be stumbling over yourself, asking yourself, is this really the victory? Have I learned everything in this that I need to know? Am I really ready to move on past this, these disappointing situations, even if I feel like I didn't get closure on certain things? Yes. Yes. You don't need closure from somebody else. You need it from yourself. So yes, you are ready. The Matrix says you need to play that role, or these other people need to play that role. Your internal self says, we don't need this. We are good on our own. Let's go. Believe in yourself as much as we believe in you, Scorpio. Let's go. Let's do this thing, okay? Because it's pure. It's coming in pure. The judgment. Here is where you, Spirit, here is where you reign supreme, is when you walk away from it all. Stepping in to, I said forgiveness in the Judgment card's words, forgiveness of the self, anything that you thought you could have done differently, you should have known better. You were learning lessons the entire time. And again, the more and more that you accept that for what it is, and you walk away from it, the more and more the universe is going to show you those things that you weren't certain of, but you now know. Number 32 could be very, very important. So this could be a house number. It's also, Spirit, about the change, that 5, a time frame. When I say a date to you, obviously, okay, Spirit, I was like, obviously there's no 32 in the month. Spirit, 3-2, so March 2nd, then 23rd, Spirit, okay, the 23rd, March 2nd, and the 23rd could be important for you as well. Age of 32, 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 months to something as well. So there's a lot of like inputs coming in from that 32 in various ways. 32:45 on the clock. There you go, 32 again. All right, for Sunday. So yeah, there's a lot of information, but the more and more you work towards your vision, Scorps, for yourself internally, your worth, your value, more and more is going to be highlighted. So Saturday is just a day for you to get those creative juices flowing, right? Because it's going to bring in a lot more than you think it could. I don't know what is happening. This hair, do you see that? It's doing its own thing. Oh my God, it's driving me crazy. All right, this uncharted sea and the power of purpose, please, Spirit. Stability is at hand here, Scorpio. Uncharted sea. You know, I think things are changing for you. Obviously, you don't know what direction you're going, and I don't think there's somebody in your peripheral, as it stands, Scorps, that knows what direction you're going either, and they don't know what to think about that. The power of your purpose is the loss of control for somebody else. I said it's like somebody else is, I don't know, they don't, I don't know, subjective, it's subjective. What else with this power of purpose, Spirit, for Scorpio? Noisy sound, what is this? Okay, so Scorpio, Sunday, a ton of water energy here. I don't know who or what this is. Hold on. It's like somebody's picking up and going somewhere here, in general. What is this? Water energy, deep. There's deep emotions here, Scorpio, on somebody's part. somebody you're dealing with could be getting very emotional. Three of Pentacles again. Don't let emotionally charged people run you amok. That seeing beyond, there's the High Priestess. This uncharted sea is the devil. This is like Lord temptation. Somebody's acting out, Scorpio. This could be somebody that you would never think had any kind of give a shits about you, honest to God. And they just act ridiculous. Tissy fit, throwing, emotional, all over the place. You're not used to seeing this sorts of behavior. There could be some ridiculous level of emotional expression. Fit throwing, trying to get their way, talking down on your goals, your dreams. Like, I don't know, there's something about you knew this was coming, and I don't know that your conscious mind knows that it's coming, but it's coming. It doesn't have to be on Sunday, but that's what I'm pulling the energy for. Scorpio, everybody wants something from you, and I think that's how you're going to kind of look at this person, the Hangman, Ten of Swords. This could pertain to children, it doesn't have to be, but this is like somebody's expecting you to just keep giving. Like, do you remember that time, Scorpio, that I did this for you? This could be somebody trying to hold something over your head, right? Trying to flip you upside down, keep you upside down on something here. Don't tolerate their bullshit, Spirit is saying. So, Spirit, you just tell them Sunday is a day of rest. So someone's going to act up. They're going to cause, this is like somebody trying to cause distraction. When they see you are in some level of flow and you're making things happen for yourself, you being stable, solid, and secure, Four of Wands, you being settled irritates them, right? Your light irritates their demons. So that's kind of how this is looking. So I don't know. I don't think that this eats up your day on Sunday, but it's kind of a little bit of an unexpected vibe for some of you. For others of you, Six of Swords, like you're already past it. Queen of Pentacles. I'm going to call this energy, even though the Devil and the Hangman are majors, it's Spirit saying it's a test, okay? Because majors, they're pretty, you can't move that energy, right? It's there to stay. It's destined. It's fated. But that Ten of Swords is like, it's temporary, right? Gemini energy, it's a temporary thing. You think about Gemini, they're always in flux. So this person's feeling some kind of way. They want you to feel some kind of way with them, right? Misery loves company. You're not going to hang on that. You might have your moment of like, fuck you, or whatever it might be. And then Eight of Pentacles, Three of Cups, you're going to carry on into your own energy on Sunday. So separate of that, this power of purpose, loss of control, drinks. Two of Cups came out sideways in your relationships. The Hermit, Virgo, you could be dealing with a Virgo. I'm going to tell you, you could be dealing with somebody who is an alcoholic, plain and simple. Somebody could hit the bottle kind of hard here. And Scorpio, if you've dealt with people in the past, the Hierophant, the Emperor, here we go. Old traditional ways, you could have had a family member, King of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. That's typically the card of Libra for me. So you got Libra and Taurus here, and Virgo. If you've dealt with people, and Aries, by the way, which is a part of you, as I would say, this is also highlighting a particular behavior, is what I'm going to call this, a particular behavior of the people that you've dealt with. Two of Cups, you still may be dealing with people like this. And this is open for discernment. This is open for you to draw your own conclusion of the toxicity of these types of environments. This is also healing some family lineage. So if you dealt with family members that have had serious addictions, and they could be anything, right? But these addictions, these ways of being, the codependency, the uckies, like all the things. This is you also in part reviewing this and going, I see, the downfall of this behavior, and this is something that I cannot continue to allow in my life. You can't sweep it under the rug anymore, whatever that means, because even if you have distance yourself, if you're having relationships with these people, if you're a part of these people, if you stay connected to these people. It may still be calling other people like that into your life, right? Maybe they're not as bad, but they've still got their vices, right? Because you got the devil energy here twice in 2 sets here. You realize how easy it had been in the past for them to, like, for you to lose control as to be a part of that, and you learning how to control yourself. So this is you learning to have self-control, and yet these people still kind of coming into your life, and you're like, I don't understand this, but you know, it's, you turn your pain into purpose, you turn your pain into power, you turn those lessons into those things where you are mastering the self, the Emperor, where you can make really sound judgment calls. Spirit is saying, Scorpio, you've got 2 more 4s here. So 4, 4, 4, so 3 4s could be of importance. 5s are going to be of importance for you as well. 0, 1, 2, that sequence of 0, 1, 2, and 0 again. So 0, 0, 1, 2, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0 could be of significance for you. And 12, the number 12 specifically, is of importance to you as well at this time. But this is you recognizing those patterns. 2120 is another number. I'm seeing that now twice. 2120. It's important for you to realize the power of those addictions. It's important for you to understand. It's like you're diving into the psychology, and this could be of yourself. This could be of other individuals, but you're understanding the psychological aspects of what it is when we don't value ourselves. And you could be looking at other people and realizing, like, how much they disrespect themselves by not caring for themselves, how much they disrespect themselves by not being fair to themselves, or how that is, it stops reconciliation, it stops love from flowing continuously because of these behaviors. You hear the car alarm out there going off. It's like, hey, Spirit, hey, red flags. Hey, red flags. What else for Scorpio, Spirit, in this energy? 3 of Swords, literally. 3 of Swords and the 8 of Cups. Like, you know that this is time to depart from something because it's used up, it's been used, they've used it, you've used it. Whatever this is not the place nor the time anymore, Spirit said. And Scorpio, there comes the Death card. I will say, this could also be 2 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. Those poor decisions, Scorpio, the addiction, you could be finding out that either someone has fallen ill as a result of those addictions, or someone is having a very serious crisis as a result too, because of those problems. And that in itself could be the catalyst for you to make some real big personal changes moving forward. But it's also Spirit saying, like, you knew this day would come. You knew that one day the scales would tip. I feel like this energy could happen between now and Wednesday. Also the third day of the week, so Wednesday. 0, 1, 2, right? Playing out on a time frame of the days of the week. So we'll see, right? I hope any prayers and blessings to whatever this might be. But let's get some advice, and Scorps, I'm going to leave it there. Very important reading. The lies, the illusions, falsified, whatever's matrix coming to an end, perhaps. All right, Spirit, advice for Scorpio. Soulmates, the snake, people being used and abused, ascending. This is, again, cutting out of those ties of the, I say cutting out, I flip the deck over, it says cut down. Separation, all out of love for the self. These things are coming to a close, Scorpio, and these are not just your typical closing out of things, right? This is that time machine. It is that reality. It is what is sinking in. It is bright lights. It is shock. It is, you didn't see it, but now you do. You see the addiction. You even see the Spirit, the dirty business deals, to the things that you kind of thought were going on. It's all going to come out in the wash. You're not going to be a part of it anymore. Let them have what they want. Let them go with what they want. Let them believe what they want. But also know that their belief, if they've been lying about something, they know the truth. Right? What you know, they know. Eventually that'll be said. Somebody could end up saying it one day 20 years from now on their deathbed. But it's going to be known. It's going to be known. It cannot be, Spirit, it cannot be denied. It cannot be denied. Crystalline Spirit. I remember reading in the comments, somebody was talking about that. You are creation itself, Scorpio. You can reach anyone at any time with pure source light without taking any residual energy on. And number 2 came out, and it says masters, teachers, and loved ones, but it came out in the reverse. You are being guided by the divine. Allow your heart space to open and trust that we are here with you every step of the way. The fact that that came out in reverse, Spirit, depravity, these are the people that pretended to be in your corner. These are the people, literally, depravity and empty room. They were there to gain from you. They were your distractions. You may have thought that the world shined out their ass. You may have thought the world and all of them. And now you realize, or you are realizing in time, the epiphanies, the truth of the matter, the truth seeker. Protect yourself from them. You're like, oh wait, it's like a vampire to the light. No, I'm good. A cycle of the Matrix is ending, just so you know. Scorps, I'm leaving it there. I hope this reading was helpful to you. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Personal readings are open and available. I really do look forward to connecting with you guys in the month of March on a personal note. When I see this energy, and it's energy that, like, I can feel it coursing through my bones that we've never seen before. It's phenomenal energy to be in. A little scary in some ways because we're not familiar with it. But it's going to change the course of so much in our lives in the direction in which we are heading. So, yeah, get out, reach out for your personal reading, and we'll go over what's going on in your world, what's big, what's happening. Thank you again for everybody who's donated, subscribed, commented, the way you show up for the channel. I love all of you so very much. Thank you for that. Other signs will be out soon. I'm sending you all so much love. Take care. See you soon.